got clear picture. Alright. Sorry about the wind. The wind's of course a little, yeah, but that's to expect. Hey, well, you know, I just went live stream right at the right time too. Got an approach. I think I might stay in here for it too. Shielding the phone of wind so we don't get the nasties. Alright, so what's up everybody? XJBug X94, or shortened as JBug. I am right now live streaming. As you can see right now, Do Bear, welcome to the stream. Hello. You just made it just in time. I started recording right when the signal just flicked on for an approach. So you joined just in time for the first train of the day. As you can see, the signal, it shows a yellow over red, which is an approach, of course. Don't mind the wind. As you can tell by the, if you can't hear up on the bridge, there's protesting going on. That's why it's in the description. The protest is going on right up there if you can't see the crowd of people standing right there right now. So, like I did last time, I'm going to be, of course, staying silent for the time the train comes through. So right when the gates to the second signal down at the other end start going down, that's when I'm gonna remain quiet and we'll start recording our train coming through. So we're back at it again. The temperature today is right at this moment 42 degrees with winds up to 10, I'll probably say 10 to 15 miles per hour, but that's expected with being close to the shoreline. I'll tell you right now, I'm a little cold, so I think I might head down this way to get the shot. I also do have to be careful today with where I stand and where I am down here. Law enforcement will be patrolling the areas, of course, due to the protesting. So they want to make sure nobody's causing any trouble. Especially me being the only person down here, they would probably come down here to check on me and see what I'm up to. So just know if law enforcement do come, I may have to end the stream, and that's even if they ask me to. So doesn't mean I'm gonna be in trouble or anything, so don't be alarmed. So our train should be here soon. From this angle I can actually see when the train comes around the corner, but the gate will come down way before the train comes around the corner. Like again, don't mind the wind being down towards the shoreline. Wind's gonna be quite breezy today. Oh, and the signal had just switched. We now have an approach medium. An approach medium, which is a yellow over green. I don't know if you can see it there. It's nice and bright. Which means he's going to go on the outer track, I believe, or the inner track. And the outer track is going to be used. Which means we might see a northbound after this southbound comes through. You can see right there. I'm gonna back out and we're gonna go. Here it comes. Alright, so that was the first train. First train was an auto rack. So, pretty sure you probably saw a little bit of lag. YouTube and scene. Huh. Well, got you on that one. I know there's a little bit of lag during that whole thing. It was notifying me too that I was experiencing some lag because connection wasn't that great. And that's only because I'm using data, of course, and there's no Wi-Fi connection over here, so. So, how's your day today, dude? You're actually surprisingly the only person on right at this moment. As you can see, the train's going around the corner right now. Though it is moving very slowly. I could still see the end of the auto rack cars, and it looks like they're not really moving that much. So. I did miss 2 trains earlier. We had an intermodal head up north, and then we had, I think there was a small local that went through and headed south when I started making my way down here. So, of course I didn't get to catch them. So, I know you were here from last time I streamed. And I'll tell you this: no more guys trying to sell me steak. You know, I still couldn't believe that guy ended up stopping under the grade crossing when he was asking me if I liked steak. Like, who goes and asks that? So as you can see right now, I don't know if you can see the crowd from here. The crowd's starting to move on to the other side of the bridge, of course. If y'all don't know what the protesting is for gun laws, stricter gun laws, of course, after the shooting in Florida. So, taxi man. You can still see a train on the other side. Hello. Still laughing about that guy trying to sell me steak, huh? Yeah. As you can see, everybody's starting to move on to the other side, and eventually they'll make their way back over, and then probably about maybe around 2-3 o'clock is when everybody will probably clear out, and then, you know, normal things will happen over the walkway. There's another large crowd coming in as well. Right there, see all that crowd? All that whole crowd of people up there. If anybody wants to know my opinion about gun laws, well, if they get guns banned, how will I be able to eat deer? What they're trying to ban is ban assault rifles, not hunting rifles. Though hunting rifles could do about the same amount of destruction as a semi-automatic assault rifle, because the guns, of course, used in the Vegas shooting and in the school shooting were ARs. ARs are exact replicas of the M4 carbine and the M16. So they are both considered a semi-automatic to a fully automatic rifle. But by New York state law and everywhere else, they're only allowed to be semi-automatic. There's a clip inside the rifle that you can grind down, which can automatically turn that gun into a fully automatic rifle. Scary as it is. So, you know, I've talked to a couple people up there so far, and I told them, I was like, you know, I support hunters, I support hunting. I come from a long line of, you know, ancestry of hunters and crop growers and all that, farmers. So, you know, I am kind of with, but not with it, because, you know, yes, I feel that maybe the AR should be banned, and maybe that'll help. But you also got to keep in mind that those who have gun permits to own like pistols and stuff, they have every right to own those. And if things go into effect, those law-abiding citizens who own pistols and have a permit for those might end up losing their guns as well. So, you know, and I wouldn't like to see, you know, somebody who owns a firearm to protect themselves end up losing their gun because, you know, my generation and the generation next behind me are out there protesting to restrict, to make more stricter gun laws. So, you know, I support it, but I don't support it in the same sense. Because I gotta clarify myself when it comes to how I feel about it. Because if you don't, you know, people take it the wrong way. And now in this time of age and era, people like to take everything the wrong way and they take everything offensive. Because today, now these days, it's either you're with or you're not. If you're not, then you're considered a public enemy number one with everybody else who is also against a certain majority of people. So I don't take any side, but I do support a little bit more on the side of the hunters, because there is a good chance that later down the road this could affect the average everyday hunter who goes out and hunts to put food on the table for their families. So, you know, I could definitely say I hate the fact that all that's been going on with school shootings, because it's horrible. And who in their right mind would have the idea to think that was a good idea it's a good idea to go shoot up schools? Like, why? Sorry for the notification, by the way. Like, what? Like, why? That's all I gotta say is why. So, but I feel like all that is just part of a publicity stunt. And that's why all this shit's been happening. Excuse my language. I'm already gonna be demonetized for my language anyway, but it's all good. So, that's my feeling. So, I'm gonna get off the track of that. And the main terms for any other trains, I do not know when the next train will be coming, of course. There's no set schedule for freight, of course. That's why there's that nice, lovely signal over here. I could just look at that nice, lovely signal to know what's coming and what's not. So, how's it going, Matthew? Welcome back. Glad to see you join my second live stream on YouTube. For anything you missed, you just missed the first train of the day. It was a southbound auto rack, and I just had a little bit of a discussion about my feelings and everything about the protest that is going up on the bridge right now. It's hella raining over by you. I hear you. We've just gotten sunlight after having snow for the past 2-3 weeks. We were supposed to get hit by that northeastern last week, this week, but it totally missed us and it hit Jersey. So we're quite happy about that up here. The weather today, of course, is 42 degrees with partly cloudy skies, which is a perfectly good day for rail fanning. I think the next time I end up going rail fanning, I might have my bicycle up and running, so I'll probably rail fan down here. Sorry for the notification for the noise, because my notification went off or something. Hopefully when my bicycle gets fixed up and stuff, because all I have to do is fix the shift gear on it, and I have all the parts sitting at home. Me and my stepfather have not gotten to it yet. So once that gets fixed, I might do rail fanning here, but I will probably also do rail fanning up north, that way, towards West Park, and probably up in Esopus, where the track is doubled. So I might be able to I might actually end up catching some meetups with trains up in Sopus and West Park. Like I told in the beginning of the video and before the train came, since the protest is going on right now, I might have to end the video shortly, or end it short, if law enforcement come down to check up on everybody down here, especially myself, since I am technically the only person down here. Well, at the moment, there's a couple other people behind me over by the park, but that's about it. So, with the protests, you know, a lot of law enforcement are out right now, make sure everybody's staying safe. I heard UP 1988 might be coming through Juliet. Nice. I didn't get to see the rest of it because it disappeared. And hey, what do you know? I'm gonna scroll in real quick so you see it. If the phone will let me scroll in. There we go. And there you are. We got ourselves a northbound. And by the looks of it, it is a K train, which is K for CSX. K trains are usually carrying lots and lots of crude oil or ethanol. Usually ethanol K trains usually have 2 BNSF units on the front of them, or 1. So we got a K train coming up along the shoreline there. And like I said before for the last train, I will remain quiet while the train makes its way through. I will be standing right here, of course. I don't think I have enough time to walk all my rear all the way up to the other end. So, alright, I'm gonna get in position and let's get to it with train number 2. He's actually not that long either. I already see the back end of the train. So it looks like a short K train. He should be popping, the lead unit should be popping up around the corner in a couple seconds. There he is. that was a K train. So that was the next train. And I saw his message. I saw your message, Stu Bear. Hope you have a great day and all. I already know you're not in here anymore, but I'm pretty sure you'll look back at the feed. So that was the other train. The signal's now showing an approach lit. It was showing double red, of course. Sometimes when it shows like different from the rest, like see as it's showing approach lit, I feel honestly sometimes that usually means that might be the signal set up for the next train to come. So I'm debating too, because the bridge, with it being in midway through March, the bridge closes at 7 in the afternoon. Well, in the evening. So I might stay down here until like sometime around 5:30, and I'll probably be heading back up around then. So there's gonna be a lot of Railfanning action for today. I've almost been recording for about half an hour now since I started up. As we can see now, the crowds are starting to get a lot larger now across the bridge. Before I was crossing over, there was a very, very large group. All right, there was a very large group on the other side of the bridge that I came from, and they're now starting to cross over to the highland side of the river now from Poughkeepsie. So I can actually hear them from here. They're of course chanting, what do we want? Gun control. When do we want it? Now. Technically it takes a while for, stuff like that to go through, but anywho. Very large crowd today. Hoping by later today, when I head back up for the day, hopefully it'll all be cleared up by then, and I won't get stuck in the middle of the march going on right now. The march is going from one end to the other and then coming back over the bridge. I hear like several different chants up there. I hear the usual chant, and I hear people chanting something else up at the other end. The light's still lit, of course. And I'm talking to myself. It's okay. So the light's still lit for approach. It should turn off soon once he leaves the block. Unless there's another train on the move already. Because sometimes that happens too. Because right up at West Park is the split off point for the switch. Usually if two trains met up at West Park, then usually the signal would probably, I'm pretty sure the signal would probably remain on until the train actually makes it to the signal. So, but it just turned off, of course. I just saw it turn off, and I'm pretty sure everybody else did too. Whoever joins the stream at the time. I think I might record for another 20 minutes, and then, or until the next train, and then once the next train comes through, I'll probably stop recording there. Well, not recording, live streaming. Excuse me, getting confused. I'll probably stop live streaming after the next train. This way. I think while we wait for the next train, I think everybody would like to see the scenery, at least. So we'll walk down here towards the park, so all y'all can get the nice scenery of the shoreline and the Hudson River while we wait. I'm also keeping an eye on the signal, of course. So. Trying to remember how long I recorded the last time. I think I recorded like a good 35 minutes the last time. But I only recorded 2 trains. Streamed. I think I only streamed for like 35 minutes last time. When I only caught 2 trains, and then that dude who tried to sell me steak. Ooh, sorry about it. I have a nasty cough. I see a water bottle over there. So right here, the box right there says milepost QR 72.4 and 72.3 or so is up that way, of course. And then 72.32 is right at that signal. So there you go. Nice view of the Hudson River. Sorry for the wind. This is the park. Still under construction, as you can see. I know the guy who's been working on this. Shout out to Lenny. His name's Lenny. So shout out to him if he watches YouTube, which I don't know if he does. So, shout out to Lenny. It's definitely looking good, my man. I'm glad to know that you're doing something for, the community, right? Appreciate it. This will be a nice spot, especially when the building over here gets redone. Information about this building here. This building used to be a seafood place back in the glory days. It went out of business around, I believe 2002, 2003, around there. Got new ownership, and the owner is planning on tearing it down and rebuilding it into something brand new. It's going to be a restaurant still, of course. I've heard the plans they had for it. Wonderful plans. So I definitely cannot wait for all that. Another nice view of the river for all y'all. So that's pretty much it. So far I've been kind of keeping track of that building. Eventually, after the building is finished, which probably won't be for another couple of years, I may set up a live stream. I might set up a live stream camera from the building there. Once I talk to the owners. So probably to depending on how they build everything and all that. Depend on where I end up putting everything up when I set it up. So. It's really cold out right now because it's very, very windy. You just missed one. Had a southbound not too long ago.
Yeah.
And the last one was a northbound K-train. That one you caught?
No, I didn't
No?
see that. That was just up at 78. I saw the 3 go by.
Ah.
2 south and 1 north. I was just looking at that switch. Some guy told me that that's a new style switch in there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's not. It's the same as everything. Fucking screwy.
I don't even think they've touched this in quite a while. I know they. I don't think they have touched the switch in quite a while.
They just replaced that whole switch right there. And the frog and everything, yeah.
Yeah, because I know they use it when they do the track work.
Yeah, and a team track or some cripple that goes in there and something like that. Yeah, but he was telling me, oh yeah, they got a new thing where the thing goes up and over, and yeah, it doesn't go up. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Well, when I was watching the Autorack come through when it hit south, you could hear it like it was hitting something. They called bumping the bogies.
Anyway, I'm heading down to Milton.
Milton. That's a good spot.
Freaking breeze is up.
That's because it's close to the shoreline.
Where do you live? Right here?
I live right across the river.
Oh, Poughkeepsie.
Yep.
Yeah, so do I.
I live right in the town of Pleasant Valley, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Gower Road?
Kinda. A little ways from there.
Gower Road and West Road is? That area? That's all a big, huge empty area there, you know that?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a damn mistake. Anyway, take care.
You too. Oh yeah, you didn't hear that. Doesn't matter. I'm just kidding. I could really care less. So,
If it wasn't so windy, if it wasn't so unpleasant, I'd stay here and bullshit with you.
right?
Anyhow, what's going on around here interfering with my radio?
Oh yeah, down here is really bad.
So much for the FCC doesn't interfere thing you used to read on everything.
Right?
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm headed for Milton. I'm Chuck Peters. I'm retired from Conrail.
Oh, nice.
Southern. That's where I
Nice to
worked
meet
for
you.
years, yeah.
The name's Jay.
Jay? Yeah. I live in the city of Poughkeepsie all my life.
Right, I remember when Conrail used to come up around here. I might be 23, but I've seen some Conrail come through here back in 2004, 2003 before they CSX took it over.
Gone by 1999. Conrail.
Yeah. So all they had were the patch units that CSX still had.
I haven't seen one in a long time.
Oh yeah. I think the only one that's left is a GP38-2, and that's it. That's the only one I've seen in the roster so far that's still a Conrail and Conrail paint scheme. So
Nothing lasts forever. Even this place is not.
they're actually going to be rebuilding that
That's what I understand.
in a couple years, hopefully.
I guess they got underwater one time too many. Last
Right?
10 years, yeah.
Crazy.
Well, okay, we'll see you later, Jay.
All right.
I'll catch you down there again sometime.
Probably. I'll be down here next weekend. All right, so that was a pretty good experience. If y'all weren't hearing in the conversation, the guy who I was just talking to, he's an ex-employee of Conrail. That's actually quite interesting. That's actually quite interesting. I might see this guy sometime again. I just let him know I'll be here next week again. If I don't have to work, of course. If I have to work, I probably won't be down here, but yeah. Alright, so I guess at the 45-minute mark line, I'll probably stop recording if the next one doesn't come through. It's gotten dead. I sure definitely would like to meet that guy again. That's for sure. I like to hear his stories about back in the Conrail days. That would be kind of nice. Here we are. Got the cop coming down. Still nobody on. So windy. Stop being windy. He's probably going to turn around, unless he went across the grade crossing. Again, like I said, if the guy comes back around, of course I'm gonna have to ask. I'm gonna have to end this stream, just out of respect for the law enforcement. I'm pretty sure he probably saw me recording anyway when I was holding my phone. Like I said, they'll be down here 24/7. Making sure people are being safe and not doing anything stupid. Especially me hanging around trackage. If anybody's on the stream, welcome to the stream. To those who left, probably came back, welcome back. Again, Railfanning here in Highland Landing Park. Of course, in the caption for today's video, in the title, it's Railfanning and of course protesting. They're protesting for stricter gun laws and gun bans up on the walkway over to Hudson right now. Like I said, I may have to end the stream if law enforcement pull over to talk to me. And the respect for law enforcement, because they don't want to be viewed on camera. Again, the weather today is 42 degrees with a little bit of wind down here on the shoreline, going about 10-15 or more. So far, 2 trains have passed by, one northbound, one southbound. Southbound was an Autorack Q train, and the northbound was a CSX K train. Mr. Dodo, or sorry if I, kind of messed up your name on here. I saw your comment. Welcome back. Welcome back. You didn't miss much. I did have a small conversation with. It's fine. Do bear. Okay. You did miss a small conversation I did have with an ex-employee of Conrail. I was talking to an ex-employee of Conrail. He was down here. He just missed the northbound that came through here. He was checking out the switch over here for the siding track, and all that. So you just missed that conversation. Hopefully I'm hoping to see him again next weekend if I'm not working. He'll probably be down here railfanning, just like I'm doing right now. I know, right? The one thing I've ever finally getting to meet somebody who's been in the railroad company that you know had been part of this part of the of New York for like since they started up, or before they started taking trackage over here. Definitely, I would love to hear the man's stories when the next time I see him, especially about Conrail. He did have a Conrail cap on too, so he had a employee's Conrail cap. Which means I'm thinking he got to keep a lot of his stuff back in the Conrail days. A band for what? Oh, passing you? Eh. Is what it is. Yeah, we were talking about it. He was telling me how there's not much of Conrail left, besides Norfolk Southern's heritage unit, and there's also a GP or an SD45 that still is in active service right now, which is still a Conrail patch unit for CSX. It's a rare occasion that you'll see it, though. It's usually used in probably in small local railroad companies. Probably gets loaned out. But yeah, CSX has still has one Conrail patch unit, still in Conrail paint and Conrail logos. Just says CSX under the number, of course, on the side of the locomotive. Since you've been gone, there hasn't been another train yet for the past 20 minutes since the last one. So, did have a town cop pass by. He didn't stop or anything. He did look at me. He was wondering what I had in my hand. Of course, it was my phone. Of course, I faced the camera down so I wasn't looking, so it wasn't pointing at him, out of the respect of the officer. So, looks like CSX crew's coming up. I think that's him, unless it's the town plumbing and all that. And it's Highland water and sewage, so he has town plumbing. Well, surprisingly enough, I don't see much of the CSX railroad crew over here that much, like I did the past couple of years. I probably won't be seeing them until probably summer. Usually the guys are nice, so they know I come down here and railfan, you know. So, I think once the stream hits the 50-minute mark, I think I might end the stream there if the light does not switch on the signal. Because I think I might stop streaming. I think I might listen into the scanner, see if any other local trains are coming up. If any other trains are coming up, I don't know if I'll go live. I don't know if I'll stream again. But if I don't stream, I more likely will record them, and I'll have the videos up at the end of the day. It's nice, beautiful. Well, not this building, of course, but a nice shoreline and the scenery of the river. I must advise that it's going to be a little windy when I'm coming down here. So I think I will end this video with looking at the Hudson River and the shoreline. This way y'all can see the nice view. For the second time today, of course. I guess I will, before I end the stream, I guess I will give everybody an update for this year's plans when it comes to gaming and railfanning. Gaming at this moment time being is on hold. I am streaming once in a while on Mixer. Mixer is a streaming website, and is another streaming website. It's also an app on Android and iPhones. My Xbox One account is connected to Mixer. I do live stream once in a while. I live stream for PUBG, Arch Survival, and GTA 5 when I'm playing with some of my buddies. I should be live streaming soon for Sea of Thieves. I believe that's the name of the game, Sea of Thieves, which is that pirate game. Meantime, for PC, on the other hand, PC gaming is on hold. It's going to be on hold for a good while. I have plans to sell my current PC stuff and upgrade myself to a better desktop system, so I can run most of the games that I have on Steam. Updates on railfanning. Once I get my bicycle up and running, Highland Landing Park will not be the only place I will railfan this year. After I get my bicycle up and running, I will also be railfanning up in the Sopus area and over in West Park. Also, with railfanning, I hope to save up some money to get myself a small little drone to get some nice sky view recordings and pictures of when I'm out railfanning. So that's something else that's also on the list for stuff for this year for YouTube. So, as always, I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. Check back on the feed for anything you missed. If you want to catch anything that you did miss, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell button to keep notified. And hope y'all enjoyed. As always, this is J-Bug, aka XJBugX94, and known on Xbox as Nightwolf J. Now signing off from the live stream. For you, Do Bear, I hope you have a great day and enjoy your Saturday. Well, I'm gonna read your comments real quick. All right. Toodaloo for now. Chew.